father was Agustin Esteves Martinez, and Agustin's father was Jose Esteves, and he was married to Maria Rosa Martinez, and her mother and father are Juan Martinez and his wife Liberate. And her father is Ramon Martinez, and his wife is Antonio Pereira.
The young girl.
Oh my God.
Martin Sheen is in northern Spain exploring his father's family history. He's just learned that his fourth great-grandfather, Diego Suarez, had 6 illegitimate children, but was also referred to in the records as a Don. So Martin is enlisting historian Edward Berend Martinez to find out who this prominent man really was.
I have here the only document that we have relating to Don Diego Francisco Suarez, your great-great-great-great-grandfather. So I'll let you take a look at that.
Oh, my.
And it says, translated here for you.
Oh, man. In the said town and jurisdiction on 24 June of the said year, His Honor, Don Diego Francisco Suarez, the said ordinary judge. What is this all about? Is Don Diego Francisco Suarez a judge?
Yeah, absolutely.
He is the highest authority, legal authority in the community?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable. So the judge stated that based on the contents of the said proceedings regarding the absence of Antonio Pereira, single woman, he would and did order that the following edict be made public as specified in the law. So please tell me, Ed, this judge, Don Diego Francisco Suarez, has decreed someone is a criminal.
Yes. He's going after a young woman, Antonia Pereira, who had an affair with a very privileged man in the community. When they say privileged, meaning he's untouchable, they mean very likely a cleric or a priest.
Oh.
And then it turned out in the spring of 1748, she gets pregnant. And then Antonia goes off to a midwife to seek remedies for the pregnancy.
An abortion.
Yeah.
Wow. So the basic crime here, if you will, is not the affair or the impending birth, but the abortion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Don Diego Francisco Suarez was pursuing Antonia with as much power and vigor as he could.
Okay.
In fact, he sends out an order to have wanted posters put up all over the area.
But his motivation really strikes me as double standard, obviously, because he was engaged while he was married in an illicit affair with Senora Gonzalez, and he had 6 children.
Right, but I don't think it ever occurred. I
So
mean,
in essence, he was quite above the law, we would say.
Yeah, he is the law.
He is the law.
Right.
Okay, wow. Don Diego, you son of a gun.
We've done a bit more research, and we have his family tree.
Wow. That's taking us on my grandmother's side to Don Diego. And he is buried 6 December 1773 in the Tuy Cathedral in Tuy, Galicia. He's buried in the cathedral.
Yeah.
Wow. He really was a big shot.
Yeah,
wasn't
he was.
Now we're going to look at my grandfather's side. His father was Agustin Esteves Martinez, and Agustin's father was Jose Esteves, and he was married to Maria Rosa Martinez, and her mother and father are Juan Martinez and his wife Liberate. And her father is Ramon Martinez, and his wife is Antonio Pereira.
The young girl.
Oh my God.
Isn't that amazing?
Nearly 150 years after Don Diego Suarez's attempted prosecution of the young Antonia Pereira, an extraordinary thing happened. Two lines on my family tree converged when my grandfather, Manuel Esteves Fernandez, married my grandmother, Dolores Martinez, which means, incredibly, that it was my fourth great-grandmother who was being relentlessly pursued by my fourth great-grandfather. Unbelievable.
It's amazing that we have one document that leads to this result.
It's just astonishing that the connection is so far back and so intimate and yet so spread apart over 2 centuries.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Antonia that was so scandalized and brutalized and pursued.
But apparently she was able to come back to Parderubias and make a life for herself and get married.
Astonishing. This extraordinary young woman pursued by this unbelievable figure, Don Diego Francisco Suarez. Wait till Carmen gets a load of this. It makes me feel a bit more human to have uncovered what this dear woman, particularly Antonio, did as a young single girl, what she endured, and how she kept her life together and stayed in that community with all of this exposure falling on her. This disgrace makes me extremely proud to have been grown on the same tree as my great-great-great-great-grandmother, Antonia.